What's going on, people? What's going on? Hopefully, I am heard. Hopefully, everything is good. Um, I'm just sitting here thinking it's December 27th, and the year's almost over. So it's like, I guess the question is, what, what did you do at the time? You know, it's crazy like that. Shout out to anybody out there that may be watching or may not be watching. It's up to you. It's all love and peace. Maybe I could speak to speak in the chat. Yeah, hello to the people. Hello everyone. Yeah, at least one person is watching. Me, myself, and I. I can watch myself. But yeah, I'm just sitting there thinking like, um, wow, this year went by so quick. So much has happened. So much has transpired. You know, this is real. It's real. You know, like I said, I hope and I wish a lot of folks prosper and you know I guess, get where they need to get. I'm tired. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I put in a lot of work. I got a lot more to do, which is all good. Thank you for the second person that came through to the chat. I don't know who the second person is, but shout out to you. This is for you. Don't forget to hit that like button. Yeah, let me put that in there. It's funny. Don't forget to hit the like, hit that like button. I hope you do. Anyway, that's what it is. What's going on, Mama Didi? Thank you for being up. It's late. It's definitely late out there. You know, I don't expect a lot of people to be on. I was supposed to get on um, a lot earlier than I did, but I was watching actually Rodney Dangerfield clips. It's kind of funny. No respect, no respect. But again, hello, Mama D. Uh, yeah, just tired, but I just wanted to take the time out to reflect, to go live, and speak for a few minutes, just a few minutes of my time, you know, of your time. I know people are asleep. I should be asleep right now, but maybe this is just a contemplation or wondering, you know. Um, I'm excited for the new year. There's a lot of possibilities, a lot of things to ponder, a lot of things to, really get into and whatnot, you know, which, it's going to be ups and downs and stuff like that. 2019, what an odd year, that's really what that is, but I'm grateful for each moment and grateful for, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever craziness comes with life, with work, the balance, health, you know, spiritual, anything. Brenda G. Hello to Brenda G. Yeah, let me hit up Brenda G. Hey, Brenda G. She's a cool supporter. I type into the chat. Hey, Brenda. Yeah, I'm just here right now. Just listen to my grandson talk to my daughter, talking about girlfriend problems. Hope 2019 is going to be better. I think 2019 is going to be better, Mama. I mean, it's really a matter of perspective and how you take it and whatnot. I mean, are we going to have problems or is there going to be issues? Of course, I mean, you know, why wouldn't there be? We live in an imperfect world. Finally caught your stream. Frozen Fury. Well, I have no guitars, Frozen Fury. I have no guitars, but I just have my voice, myself, where I'm at. I know it's a lot of you folks out there doing some powerful, wonderful things, some cool stuff. I'm glad you finally caught up with me, Froze. You do some awesome live streams. You make me want to play guitar and put some beats together. I do have some software to put beats together. I don't know if it's gonna be like yours, but yeah, awesome live streams. And I know Brenda G does awesome stuff over there too. There's always going to be ups and downs. Yeah, it's always going to be ups and downs, Bobby D. Yeah, thank you for being here for me, Froze. I appreciate that. I'm here for you folks as well too when I'm not working. It's crazy out there. So um just trying to stay afloat, just really just trying to stay afloat. And it's a challenge. It's a challenge, and I know what folks go through, trying to pay bills, trying to take care of family, health issues, dealing with all kind of stuff, depression, psychosis, split personalities, depression, whatever the case may be, anxiety, just paying bills and stuff like that, with, people trying to be accepted and stuff like that, and like I was telling somebody, today or yesterday, you start where you are, you try to work your way into a position where you can improve and do what you have to do and stuff like that. It's not always easy, but that's what it is. Like I said, I'm not here to preach to you. I'm just here to talk real. Appreciate the 7 people for being here. I didn't expect 7 people to be here tonight or this morning, but yeah, I'm here. This is December 27th. The year is almost over. And I ask myself, what did I do at the time? What did you do at the time? Did you make any improvements? Did you put yourself in a position? Do you want to improve? That's just the reality. Sometimes folks don't really want to improve. Hey, sometimes the situation, maybe you're comfortable where you are. Maybe you had a great year. I don't know. Maybe you had a bad year. I don't know. Gail Captree, what's going on? So my phone lit up and there was a notification. Wanted to say hello. Thank you for saying hello, Gail Captree. She does a lot of traveling. I encourage people to check out. I encourage anybody to check out all the folks that are in the chat. Froze, Mama D, Brenda G. You know, of course, Mel, that's me. But yeah, nah, thank you for anybody that stops by to say hello for a minute, for a second. I don't know how long this live stream is gonna be, but long enough to make an impact. If it's that. I'm just this is just a contemplation live stream, not trying to give advice, not trying to be, anything but my truest self in this situation. See in the comments in this section right here. Fat Boy, appreciate you, Fat Boy, for coming through. If people don't want to improve, then we will send them to your dishwashing stream. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, Froze. That dishwashing stream was epic. I forgot how long ago that was. Maybe you need to wash your sins away. I don't know about baptism by YouTube live stream. Nah, but seriously, it's all good. I mean, I really do hope folks prosper. I really do hope people, beyond the new year, some people say it's the new year, new me BS. I'm not gonna curse, and really, it shouldn't be just so much about the new year that makes you want to improve. It should be, something inside of yourself, some passion, some inner goals, some dreams. And I tell folks out there, regardless of your age, regardless of your background, regardless of your income status, where you come from, you should keep plugging away. You old, young, skinny, fat, disabled, whatever it is, you should always push towards something. You should always strive to better yourself. I mean, I tell people, go into each year better than what you were when it started. And I think, me, I was a lot better than what I started in this year. It was some ups and downs. It was a rough year. I'm not going to lie to you. It was a rough year. And I had some challenges. I had some times where I wanted to give up on a lot of things. I had a lot of times where I didn't care about nothing. I just wanted to go sit in the corner somewhere. Times, your body aching and you hurting and you don't want to speak to nobody. You just want to, sit down. But that wouldn't be real. That wouldn't be right. To give up, to throw in a white towel and stuff like that. So you keep pushing on, you keep going, you keep pressing on, and hopefully, your light shining, your light inspires others to shine their light. While I'm looking at this lamp, so that's just really what it is. But I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm in a good space, and I know that like I said, life comes with the good and the bad. As one old timer said, you take the crookeds with the straights. You know, like I said, so I take the crooked with the straights, the good with the bad. It is written that it rains on the just as well as the unjust. Well, when you feel down, I stood quietly in that corner with you. I appreciate that, Brenda G. I appreciate that. I remember I was working the other night. A lady gave me a kiss on the cheek. I mean that was cool. You know, um, like I said, it's just the little things. Sometimes it's just knowing that somebody cares. But I tell you, you know, always find value in yourself and learn to care about you and love you. Even when nobody else will. Appreciate what you have. I mean, there's a lot of people that complain about what they're not getting and what they should have, and what's old to them. Like I said, Froze, you like to plant in the background. Oh yeah. Um, I keep forgetting. Yeah, that plant right there. I'm looking at different screens right now. I see the plant over here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the other thing. So yeah, that's a nice plant. Dope plants, some mother's plants and stuff like that. Some turtles back there too. She thought one of the turtles was dead the other day, but the turtle wasn't dead, that was playing dead or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, thanks. Shout out to the plants in the background. That's dope. I just had to go to a corner of the house that was okay, I guess. But that's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Like I said, I came on live tonight, just because, like I said, I just wanted to speak to the people. I just wanted to speak to you folks, see how you folks are doing. Just say, hey, we made it through another year. Well, we almost made it to another year. Knock on wood. Hopefully we make it through another year. We made it through another Christmas season. Um, yeah, the turtle does play possum, or maybe it was hungry. I don't know. I don't know, Gail. She thought it was dead. My mother thought the turtle was dead, but it's not dead. The turtle is alive and well. We got rid of the big turtle because, the big turtle was bullying the smaller turtle, and the little turtle wasn't eating and all that stuff. So I forget what type of turtle it is. When I get a chance and I look at it, I'll find out what's what. But yeah, this thing started off like this and then got like that, and greedy turtles. But anyway, that's a side note. Sidebar conversation. I don't hate animals, but I'm not really one to have pets. Maybe a dog. I like dogs. I like dogs. I think dogs are, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Like I said, I'll tolerate the dogs. I love the dogs. Who knows? It's funny. If I want to get 1 million subscribers on my channel, all I need to do is have a dog. I bet you I have like a little Shih Tzu or something, or a little, terrier, or beagle or something. There people will come to the channel for the dog. I don't know. But anyway, that's just another sidebar conversation. Like I said, not really a big pet guy, but I love the animals, love the environment, you know, taking care of stuff and whatnot. Forgive me if it sounds like I'm rambling on. There is a point and a purpose to this live stream. Just, I'm marking the passages of time. I don't know if I'm going to be on here with you New Year's Eve or New Year's Day or nothing like that, but marking the passages of time and asking the question, what do folks do with the time? Was it all about the money, or is it some substance? Or is it one of the Ninja Turtles? Yeah, Shredder. That's funny. I'll lend you a cardboard cutout of mine. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, yeah. I could see a cardboard cutout. I'll put it there. I'm like, this is from Gail. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. I like that. Dropping the thumbs up. What's up, What's up, WKZZR Productions? Thank you. I appreciate that. Sarah Jane's Journey. Hello to you as well. Yeah, thank you for you beautiful people for coming through. I appreciate you. Like I said, I try to be a little bit more consistent. Like I said, with the lives, I'm doing a couple of back-to-back lives. That doesn't mean I'm back, but that means I'm here for now. And like I said, I'm just talking to you folks, just chopping it up with you. Like I said, just having a regular conversation, not even planning on being here long. I don't like to keep too many long live streams. Thank you, Jane's Journey. I love my voice as well. Nah, but seriously though, yeah, I put a couple of people to sleep, listening to my voice. Like I said, they gotta send me the check. Nah, 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 but yeah, thank you for coming through and listening. I appreciate you. I need to get a music license so I can start playing some music, maybe spin some records in the background and just give you the love hour. But anyway, Valentine's Day is coming. We'll see how that works out. Nah, but I'm just grateful for this moment in time just to be here. To you know be able to put it all into perspective and go where I need to go. In any particular direction or which way or whatnot. Just trying to stay relevant. Sarah needs to use his voice in narrative movies. Yeah, yeah. People have told me that. I've been told pros about narrative movies and podcasting and all that stuff. My family videos. Hello to you as well. A lot of new people that I haven't seen before, but thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Shout out to those folks that subscribed recently. I need a lot of new subscribers this year, but I got a lot of real subscribers. I appreciate that. And anybody that wants to follow me on Facebook under the same name, Mel Mel, feel free. If you shout me a holler from YouTube and whatnot. Um, yeah. Who knows? Maybe I'll do more narrative videos and stuff like that. But like right now, for the sake of this conversation, like I said, I'm just grateful to be in this moment. I'm just grateful to, have this moment in time just to put it in perspective. And I actually may get some sleep today. That's an exciting thing. I don't have to work today, you know. But like I said, it's saying about me working, maybe I'm just, working the airwaves or working this live stream, who knows how much longer I'll be. I supported you. Okay, okay, cool, cool, okay. Dee brought you in. I listen. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I appreciate folks for coming in. Every little thing counts. Every view, every thumbs up, even the thumbs down. Every comment. Every moment. That you come here. I don't take it for granted. I really don't. You know, some days are more challenging than others, but I get it. Like I said, and also too, I was thinking in my mind about YouTube. For a lot of people out there, who are on YouTube, it's changing. It has changed. And I think YouTube has become a place now where you have to really be passionate about what you're doing, and you really can't focus on the numbers. You have to focus on putting out quality content and being consistent with whatever you're doing. Because if you focus on the numbers, if you focus on, yeah, I guess the audience retention and all the analytics, I'm not saying it's not important, but you can get lost. You can say, well, this person has grown up to, 100,000 views, and they were in the same place as me in 2013, but I'm still where I'm at. The question is about, do you know your audience? Do you have a message? Do you know how to deliver your content? Do you know why you're here, on YouTube? Are you just a watcher, a consumer? What's going on, Christian's Adventures? There's a lot of different things to ponder, when it comes to YouTube. But I tell people, moving into 2019, be careful not to just, be uploading or live streaming or doing what you do, just to be doing it. It's not about numbers, it's about the experience. Yes, it is about the experience, but I say when it comes to YouTube, the experience should be something that you have your heart into. And the email will just be set to achieve your goals as you would love to achieve. Yeah, no, definitely, definitely, definitely. Indeed, it's best to see achievable goals. And yeah, no, definitely, you want achievable goals, Froze. I mean, don't get me wrong. You want to try to shoot for things. Things that are realistic, things even sometimes maybe unrealistic. You want to challenge yourself. But I tell people don't beat themselves down. If you don't achieve some of the goals and things that you want to do, you just learn how to, go back to the drawing board and do it a different way. I mean, if something doesn't work, you try another game. You try another way of going about it. And if you get to the point where you've exhausted all your options, and you didn't get where you wanted to go, at least you put forth the effort. At least you could say before the end of it is all said and done that you really, put all the efforts that you need to. So that's what that in short message is about. It's not about the numbers, it's about people and when you first joined YouTube and why you did. Yeah, no, it is froze about why you joined YouTube and stuff like that. But people do get caught up in the numbers. I'm not gonna sit here and front with you and spin a story and tell you a fantasy that you don't start thinking about monetization or you don't see numbers how they grow or sponsorships and revenue that you can get from it, because the reality is there's a business component to YouTube. I'm not going to sit here and say that, if somebody came to me with, a check for $10,000 a week, that I wouldn't be hype and excited and it wouldn't, tantalize my senses to say, wow, I could sit here and do this and get paid for it. I'm not going to say that's not a part of it. It is a part of it. But I think it's also, like you said, Froze, just remembering, why you joined and what it was all about. You want to keep the substance. You want to have like a foundation for why you're here, because you can literally be online and get lost. You can literally be online and ask yourself, what the heck am I doing here? Why am I uploading videos? Why am I going to live streams? Why am I, connected to all these social media accounts? Is it just about the prank videos? Is it just about a challenge videos? Is it just about trying to keep up with the numbers and try to get monetized? Because a lot of people don't think about the whole thing. Okay, fine, you fight to get all the watch time, you fight to get the hours and the equipment and all this other stuff and the engagement. And once you get the watch time and the monetization, the question is, what do you do with it? Everybody wants folks' attention online. But the question is, when you get the person's attention, will you know what to do with it? Will you know how to scale? Let me see what this comment from Froze is saying. One thing I didn't get is why so many people get caught up wanting a YouTube monetization when they take 30% and $100 minimum. When they PayPal, it's like 1% with no minimum about amount to withdraw. Well, see, I think Froze, you're talking about there's two different things. When it comes to YouTube and the monetization, there's different ways to be monetized on YouTube. You have, yeah, you say 30%, but 30% of what? See, YouTube could take 30% of the live streams, but then what about the AdSense revenue? So they could be taking 30%, but you still have multiple ways to make money off YouTube. I say to anybody on YouTube, the biggest thing you should be trying to do on YouTube or any platform is sponsorships. If you can be sponsored by somebody, it won't matter how much, YouTube is, excuse me, taken away, because now it's between you and the sponsor. When you and the sponsor, the cash goes into your hand. It's not going into YouTube hands. I mean, of course, you have to deal with the IRS and all that stuff. That's that part. But there's a business component to it. So, yeah, not having the ad revenue from YouTube is one thing, but having your sponsorship and setting up a website, which somebody told me, an old timer told me, or the people that were tech savvy told me, they were like, look, and this was back in 2012, 2011, 2013. They were saying, I asked them, I said, well, what is the best thing to do when it comes to YouTube and all these other social media platforms? And without hesitation, I was on the live stream, I was talking to the person, and without hesitation, they gave me a good piece of advice. They said, develop your own website. And I'm like, why? I mean, develop your own website for what? If you're on these platforms and, they're advertising your stuff and they're managing your account and they're, putting you through service and stuff like that, why should I need a website? And the person was telling me, he said, well, let's say your content goes down, or YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, closes down, or something happens. Do you have an independent site where you can natively upload videos, or a library, or place where people can find you? And a lot of times people don't think about that stuff, because I'd say to somebody out there, let's say somebody on YouTube that has 30,000 subscribers, has AdSense revenue in roughly maybe $1,500 a month or something, and it probably averages out to us, a certain amount, each year, maybe close to 50 or 60,000, whatever the numbers is, give or take. Let's say your main source of income online is YouTube, you know, and then something happens with YouTube and they lose sponsorship or the site closes down. What do you do? Where do you go? How do people find you? Like, even if you had a podcast, there's people who podcast, but you can natively upload podcasts and have videos that are hosted through YouTube that you embed inside of your website, or have the backups on a hard drive. There's a whole bunch of different things that people can do. Like I said, I'm not trying to get into the business and the nuts and the bolts of it, because like I said, I'm learning myself. Let me see. There's a risk that it will be seen as if one is by YouTube. The platform doesn't make any money when people use PP. Yeah, that's true. That's true. PPs. You say PayPal. You can say that they don't make any money from that. But at the same time, when you look at YouTube and you look at these other sites, Froze, I would say, oh no, that was Gail. Sorry about that. That was Gail saying that to Froze. Um, yeah, they may see it as avoidance, but I think ultimately, in the long run, Gail, it becomes about your audience and you being able to move from platform to platform. The most powerful people online are the ones that can move from platform to platform. A monetized account seems to be more enticing to advertisers because it shows that YouTube had some faith in you, and I had an uptick in offers when my channel was monetized again. Yeah, no, that's definitely a plus. I mean, monetization has its benefits. Don't get me wrong, but also PayPal does too, because what happens if YouTube changes the guidelines again? Which I think they will. Ultimately, they will for some reason. I think YouTube is going to put themselves in a position where they're trying to, protect their best interests. They don't want to have to pay out billions of people. Imagine YouTube paying out billions of people or millions of creators at a time at the same pay rate. Your multiple revenue streams are the only way to go. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're on YouTube and you're making a killing, cool. But 9 times out of 10, even if you look at somebody like PewDiePie or Lily Singh or Casey Neistat, even their videos have sponsors. I mean, Casey Neistat is sponsored by Samsung, and I know he has something going on with Skittles. They give him stuff, so he's constantly giving stuff. Lily Singh, has a business that she owns, and she has certain things that she does with celebrities and sponsorships and things like that that I may not know about. But the whole thing about that is, at some point as you gain an audience, some point as you start to look at the business side of it, that's a different level. Let me see what Brittany G is saying. Monetization is just part of the journey to the destination. The destination is to get a large portion, get large and popular channel for what you do. That's part of it. I think that's definitely, something that people strive for. But I think the question is for me, when I look at it, monetization is good. Being large and being popular is definitely a thing. But the question is, what are you trying to be large and popular for? If you're just trying to make money off of this, if you're just trying to get a check and a payday, that can hurt you because now you do anything and everything just to get there. I mean, 'cause, folks can do it. You need blogs, ebooks, and other products of your own to make an income on the platform. Yeah, I agree with that, Gail. That's definitely a way to go. But then I tell people, look at the quality. Are you providing something? Understand your audience. Are you providing something that your audience wants? Are you okay with, making money on the platform, but not getting a big check every month? Can you deal with, ten to $20,000 a year, or for stuff that you may expect it to move, maybe a couple of 100,000? Can you diversify your portfolio around different sites? Can you have, AdSense revenue, sponsorships, books? Could you even do tours, personal appearances, whatever the case may be, voiceover work, editing, can you find multiple streams of income on YouTube or online to do your thing? True man, hence why Logan Paul went down, caught up in the numbers for money, doing anything that I hated. Yeah, well, that's true too, Froze. But the thing with Logan Paul, why he was still genius, is because they have their merch, and that goes back into what Greg Gail Crabtree was talking about when it came to merch, having, different things that you can sell because people don't realize with Logan Paul and the Paul family, they're constantly dropping merch, or, putting drops, meaning promoting their merchandise in their videos. I think that you have to in order to make money online. Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you, Gail. I think Gail brings up some great points with that. Having, the blogs, the ebooks, and other products will definitely set you apart. I mean, I even say it myself, if I had a Mel t-shirt or a hat, or let's say I like umbrellas, if I put together umbrellas, I definitely I definitely think that would be something that people would buy, you know. So that's just what that is. You know, I'm really interested in different ways to, you know, um, I guess stay relevant online. I'm going good, Cheryl Lee. I'm going good. The High Desert Pioneer. It's good to see you as well. Yeah, I haven't checked for me in a while too, Pioneer, but I'm here. Um, but definitely don't be afraid to say hello to each other in the chat. We kind of got into a whole discussion about YouTube and ways to stay relevant on here and, just different things online. I encourage people just to check out all different options. Somebody like Green Bay Wacky, we've had this conversation about staying relevant and finding a way to make different revenue and monetization on YouTube. But ultimately it goes into, I think, a person's passion. What are you passionate about online? What are you trying to do online that somebody wants to see? It could be like Gail said, Gail Crabtree, she was talking about, blogs and ebooks and other merchandise. It's definitely worth looking into. It's definitely worth seeing if you want to make a business out of this. And let me flip it on the other side. There are people on here who just want this as a passion project. Like I was saying to somebody online, I think one of my last live streams, we were talking about how, some people just want to chronicle, their family life. Sometimes they just want to mark the passage of time, as far as their videos and stuff go. Maybe they're not on here trying to be monetized at all. And that's cool too, but it's a place for people to do different things. I still say, even if you don't want to be monetized or make a business out of it, understand, how to control your likeness, understand, what it means when you put stuff in a public forum, understand what it means, about how other people can take your image, your ideas, your thoughts and make money off of them, your words, your likeness, and make money off it. Somebody can make money off of, this live stream right here. I'm not a fool. I'm not ignorant of that. If a million people watch this live stream and it's not monetized, you bet YouTube is still gonna find a way to make money off of this, on their platform. So, go figure with that. But, there's nothing wrong with folks saying, hey, you know what, I just want to have like a time capsule or a diary or, a way to just chronicle my family life and stuff like that. So, there's different options. But, I tell people don't just limit yourself to one, to one platform. I've even been on Facebook now. One time I was on Twitter. I'm thinking about going back to Twitter. Figure out how all these different platforms. I heard of TikTok. That's one of those things. Rebel State Sovereign was telling me about Musically. There's different things that people were telling me about. I don't know if anybody remember VidMe. Rest in peace to VidMe. I mean, they were around for a little while. So Spirit Santo. But anyway, yeah, there's different things that people are out there doing. It's a journey. It's a learning and growing process. I think if anything I could say to people as it pertains to YouTube, online, creating content, viewing content, being involved with the community, it's about keeping an open mind, figuring out what works for you, but mostly doing what you're passionate about. In the words of the rapper, the late rapper Notorious B.I.G., only make moves if your heart's in it. Yes, froze MySpace as well. I remember MySpace. I was on MySpace. Oh, Gail, you said you adore Twitter. That's interesting. I didn't adore Twitter so much, but I was using it wrong, or I got caught up in the whole drama part of YouTube. YouTube is dangerous and can be addictive if used the wrong way. But, you know, I definitely see, YouTube being a tool. I mean, remember now, all the social media and things that we're on are tools, or tools to get our message out there, or tools to communicate and, touch people, especially in a connected society where we're more connected and watched and seen than ever before. I mean, like with me, I'm internationally known, but at the same time, I'm still not, largely popular and have a whole bunch of money in my pocket. But you still have a situation where if you're prepared to scale up, to succeed, to level up, as they say in the hood, you can actually, do some things. And there's plenty of opportunities. Now the question goes, do you have what it takes to make it through? Let's see. I've used it to connect with companies to solve customer service issues and to keep up with friends when I'm on a road trip. Yeah, no, definitely, Gail. I mean, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, any of these Instagram, these are tools. These are tools to help you do things. Learn about these tools. Learn what they're useful for. Learn what they're not useful for. Learn. It's like somebody said to me. It says when you know why you're somewhere and you know what you're there to do. If you're wise, you know what you're there not to do. And a lot of times, I think people get on social media and they forget what they were there to do. They get caught up in the entertainment, the gossip, the backbiting, the negativity that surrounds a space on any particular platform. And if you came on there to do business. If you came on there to connect with family and friends and share wonderful experiences, then do that. IG tags work well compared to other social media platforms. Yeah, no, definitely. IG is definitely a great place. If you're into photography or if you're a very, visual type person and stuff like that, you can get into design and, communicate with people different ways. I mean, find out what works for you. People into podcasting. I've been told, maybe I should do podcasting and get into that. It's something I'm looking into. Obviously I live stream. I've live streamed more this year than ever before. And like I said, figure out why this is important to you. What you can do with this platform. Shout out to the 9 people watching and whatnot. And thank you for the 11 thumbs up. I definitely appreciate that. Like I said, this is just me talking and just going different places and whatnot. I didn't expect the conversation to even go on this long and go into this place. What's going on? Amy Ventures SGC. Sitting here thinking right now, my life would be like a perfect world at the end of the year or time election. Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate that, Amy. Yeah, it is a time of reflection. I encourage everybody to reflect. You know, IG is good for music, gaming, photography, and other things as well. Yes, Froze, I definitely agree. You know, if you're into music, photography, and stuff like that. Granny Vapes, wow, it's been a while. Shout out to Granny Vapes. Appreciate you for coming through. Yeah, shout out to anybody over there overseas. You can rebroadcast your Lucha Lives videos as podcasts. Yes, you're right about that. I didn't think about that to this moment, Gail, but you are 100% right, and that is a great idea, actually, Gail. Gail Captree, that's a great idea. I was thinking about that, and one of the reasons why I paused on that is because if I'm gonna do that, then that means my connection has to be awesome. That means I have to just, I have to take whatever I'm doing. Like I said, I'll take the laptop because I do have a MacBook somewhere in there in the room and whatnot. I would take the MacBook and I would have to hook it into a more secure connection because if you try to do that from your phone, it would help while I'm home, but on the road or in a unsecure spot, it could jam. So let's say I'm in the mood and I'm having a great live stream and whatnot, and then all of a sudden, something slips or there's a connection problem that could be bad for my podcast. But nah, definitely. I'm looking into podcasts and I'm looking into all options. All options are on the table, as far as content and stuff like that. You just take time to reevaluate. And that's what this is about. Like I said, I'm not trying to get into the business of YouTube. I'm not trying to tell you how to be a YouTube guru and make money and do all this stuff because I'm just trying to figure it out and learn just as much as you. I know a couple of things and some of you folks know a couple of things more. I guess we share information and ideas and give each other encouragement and stuff like that. Because the reality goes, some people are going to have what it takes to reach the upper echelon. Some people are going to have what it takes to get that breakthrough and get that big break. That's what they call it, a big break. And a lot of people won't. Some people, have given up at this point. Some people have said, maybe it's not worth it to keep going. Some people have said, why start a YouTube channel in 2019 and stuff like that, or even stay with this one. And I say to you this, if it means something to you to connect with an audience, if you're passionate about what you do, if you're trying to learn, then why not? Let me see what Fro says. Yes and no depends on how long you want your podcast to be. If it's short, it should be much of an issue. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Froze. I mean, if I'm doing a short podcast and I'm live streaming, 9 times out of 10, let's say if I'm doing a 30, 40 minute live stream, slash podcast, definitely that's something that could work out. Maybe I could take the phone and plug it into the computer, which I thought about. There's many ways, multiple ways to do that, which is real. So definitely shout out to that. And then there's different ways to record the audio and edit it and mix it and all that. Because I have multiple cameras. Like right now, which is real. Just to show you, I have myself on the phone. I mean, for those that care, like I said, I'm watching myself and I can comment. So there's multiple ways to set stuff up. It's it's all good. So yeah, um, I don't know. Y'all, please don't forget to like the stream. You deserve them. I appreciate it, Gil. You deserve the likes too, because I know you're out there doing your thing. But there's multiple ways, and I stress to people, I stress this. If you listen to nothing else I say, even as it pertains to YouTube, learn the software, learn how to edit, you know, learn about the equipment. I mean, if you care about this stuff, if you really want to level up, if you really want to, take it to another place, learn, some things. You don't have to become a tech genius. Ask people questions, because I still have to ask questions too. I don't know everything. I still got to figure out how to use the phone that I'm using in front of you. I had to learn different stuff, because I'm holding the phone, live streaming in my hand and stuff like that, walking in the park, how just learn how to put yourself in a position to you know um, increase and get better, even if it's at an increment, even if it's slowly and stuff like that. You guys, the producer, director, editors, writers, cameraman, lightman, key grip person, too much. Yeah, Cheryl Lee, I mean that's true, But if you really care about the product, and you're putting together something that's simple, something that's, if you're passionate about, then definitely, download the video on a computer, change it to audio only with a converter, light, muted, and boom. Yeah, no, definitely, definitely, definitely. I agree with you. I agree with you on that, Gail. The connection just has to be strong. That's the only thing I worry about. Definitely it's easy. It's easy to definitely podcast. I look at it from a business standpoint too. If you're gonna podcast, how do you put yourself in a position where, okay, you can actually monetize that and try to get sponsors and stuff like that. This is true. I improved the cleaners of my videos after learning about white balance and changing the setting on the camera. Started doing that 5, 7 videos ago. It took me long enough. Well, it happens. Like I said, believe me, it happens. One of my biggest things that froze comes with, tagging how I tag my videos and stuff like that. Comes with me taking the time out to put thumbnails. I'm horrible with wanting to put thumbnails, but I have the equipment. I need to find the time and the energy to just go out there and do it. Sometimes we're just a couple of steps away from really hitting our stride and getting focused and getting to where we need to get in YouTube and life relationships and stuff like that. Sometimes it requires more effort or more concentrated effort, a different focus, I would say, like that, on how we get to where we need to get to. Sometimes we're right there at the cusp of a situation, and all you have to do is just say, hey, you know what? Maybe I need to do this, or maybe I should do that, or maybe I should just ask a question. Sometimes, which, as men, sometimes we can get stubborn with, we're afraid to just ask for help. I tell people, ask for help. It doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt to say, I'm lost. I don't know. Can you help me? It doesn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? That'll drive me crazy because I'm not at them. Well, here's the thing about that, Gil. There's sites like Canva, there's places, there's so much free stuff on Google. I've used stuff even for live streams. I've put together certain custom made thumbnails and stuff like that. It's not hard to do. I think when it comes to thumbnails and tagging your videos, the challenging part for a lot of us, since we don't normally think about stuff like that, is to remember to do it. Like even right here, like I try to tag this a little bit, but the reality is I don't want to take time out to hashtag the video and find the thumbnail and send out the notifications and go on Facebook and Twitter and ask people. Listen, my thing when it comes to my live streams personally, if you want to know the truth, you either like it or you don't. I use Vegas Pro to make my thumbnails for my latest videos. It seems the best I've done, but I still need to improve. Well, we all have room for improvement. Thumbnails are really hard on live streams. Yeah, they're hard on Pioneer, but they're not impossible because I've done it. It's easier to do a thumbnail when you're live streaming from your phone, because what you can do is you can take a picture, you can put it in a photo editor, you can crop it, and then you can go into your file and you can pull a photo. At least YouTube does that, and you can put it on there. Now when it comes to thumbnails, uploading thumbnails, on your laptop and stuff like that, that's a little bit easier because YouTube is set up for that. So it's just really taking the time out to learn this stuff. I mean, because there's tutorials, there's YouTube videos to tell you how to do things on YouTube to help you put out a better YouTube video. And believe me, it's all seems like silly stuff and things we don't want to do. You say, because you got some videos out there that seem like they go viral and they ain't been tagged with nothing. They just got on the camera and just started acting crazy. And then now all of a sudden, they got this million sensation view. But if you want to be consistent and deliver a certain type of quality, it's really about learning these things. It's taking the time out. I say, if anything, if you learn to do nothing else on this platform, I tell people learn to edit. And yes, so you need some help. Wow, Scott King. I have missed you, Scott King. I have missed you. I'm not gonna lie. I've missed my peoples, yeah, everybody needs help. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, a lot of times I need help learning certain stuff on here. I don't have it all figured out. Lord knows I don't have it all figured out. You know, I guess it's annoying because you know you see people out there with some garbage content. I'm just being real. You see some people with some garbage content stuff out there that probably shouldn't be on the face of the earth, but they're killing it with the numbers. they're killing it with the promotion. I mean, they're making the trolls look bad. They're doing it so good. And you look at them and you say, wow, they took time to learn their craft. Live stream and normal video thumbnails are the same for me, but for fun, just how to create each time, be creative each time, and I'm sure some people don't want to see the same thumbnails over and over again. I agree with that, Froze. I definitely agree with that. I mean, sometimes it's something that you're passionate about, sometimes it's not, and that's when it comes into asking questions. And sometimes, you can hit up somebody like Froze and say, you know what, look, bro, I need help with these thumbnails. If you do this for me, I'll do this for you. Like what I would say to Froze is, okay, I'm gonna upload this video, but I need help with the thumbnails. If you do the thumbnails for me, I'll do some voiceover work for you. I'll write you a poem or I'll edit a video for you, or I'll use some of my software over here to do something for you. You could barter, you could trade, you can learn from different people. That's what it helps with the community. So I've done that with certain people. I've asked people for favors and things and help with stuff, and in return, you do stuff. Especially if you ain't got the money and you ain't trying to break bread and all that stuff. If you have money, you can cut checks. Then obviously you could do some things. But there's a lot to really be desired and looked at. When it comes to this thing. Shimmy, you remind me of the days when I would stay up all night listening to my favorite radio person. Love that about you. Thank you, Cheryl Lee. I appreciate that. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll get to that level. But I do appreciate you folks for being here because I know it is not easy. I don't take this for granted. What time is it? It is 3:30, 3:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 days after Christmas, on a live stream. It is not easy to get 8 people and keep 8 people's attention. So when you do get it, there's something going on. I'm about to get with you, a YouTuber who is a natural artist, to see if you can help me with the logo or the watermark since I can't draw. Well, maybe I could help you. I'm not the greatest drawer, but definitely we can link up and try to make something work. Who knows? I can find somebody that probably could draw, and get something done for you. I mean, definitely link with me, in the Hangouts, or you could hit me up. What is it? Let me see. You can hit me at Seeker.Dreamer. Oh yeah, I got this other thing. I can show you where you can hit me up. Let me see if it's gonna let me. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. That's how you can find me. You can get in touch with me there, Froze, So I fall asleep and I'm gonna have to go. Take care. Have a good night. Yeah, so yeah, Gail. Definitely. Have a good night, Gail. I'll try to figure out how long I'm gonna make this live stream. I don't know if I should go a whole hour or whatnot, but I didn't plan on going a whole hour. Literally, famous last word. All I wanted to go was 15 minutes. But yeah, so you could do that, Froze. You could hit me up on that email, and anybody that wants to hit me up with anything serious, or just a conversation about something, you can hit me up in the email. Definitely. I'll get back to you. If not, just email me again at some point. I'll definitely, reach you. I was to another much to watch on YouTube these days that I can't find. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with you, Scott King. There's some rough things going on YouTube right now. YouTube is going through a metamorphosis, a change right now. It's crazy out there. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I agree with you 1,000%. I agree with you 1,000%. I'll keep it a stack with you. Sometimes I don't know what the heck is going on with this YouTube situation, but you do have a lot of good people out there. Crimson Fantasy. Crimson, I sent you some stuff, in the Hangouts. Hopefully it's usable. Let me know if it's usable. I appreciate you. Crimson Fantasy put out. I think he did a live stream not too long ago. Crimson Fantasy, he's a little rough around the edges, but definitely a talent. A force to be reckoned with. He's got some things that he needs to, figure out. But definitely, Crimson Fantasy is definitely worth checking out, and I, encourage people to give him a look. Shout out to Canada. Old Canada. So I can't say enough about Crimson Fantasy. One thing I appreciate about Crimson Fantasy is that he's not shy. He is not shy. You know. Hopefully my My headphones are not going down. Um, yeah, I might have to charge this phone, recharge this phone. Forgive me, because I knew. Yeah, I was actually just watching a Crimson Fantasy live stream or something like that. The video that he was doing. Forgive me. Crimson is sharp around the edges, and bomb as mine feels. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Crimson Fantasy does have musical talent. He does have an ear for things. He's somebody that I could see producing and doing some stuff. They think they are superstars already. Yeah, yeah, probably so. Who is this that just came in? Smash 510. Appreciate you, 420 community. Yo, I appreciate the love, the support. Um, I'm trying not to fall asleep myself. Thank you for the 13 people to come through. This conversation has been all over the place. I love, respect, I appreciate all you folks. If I don't hear from you, in the next couple of days, I do hope that you have a prosperous and great new year. I mean, honestly, we're gonna have some ups and downs. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say it ain't gonna be no good, bad days or whatever the case may be. I'm the hottest rapper in apartment complex. That's funny. I like that. I'm still that quote. I'm the hottest rapper on YouTube. But in any event, I do appreciate you folks. Enough. I didn't expect 11 people. I didn't expect 11 people at this, almost 4 a.m. in the morning on Eastern Standard Time. But it just shows that the community is strong and folks, really want to hear from me. Yeah, yeah, Crimson Fantasy, we got love for you, man. We appreciate it. The Brooklyn Way do rap for Mel Mel. That's actually a line from Biggie, Granny Vapes. We love you. Thank you. Love you back. I appreciate you. And I'm trying not to fall asleep too. I might go eat a tuna sandwich and have some orange juice right now. Sound like an old people meal, right? Nah, but I'm not as young as I used to be. I saved that for the youngins. If there's any single ladies out there, of a different persuasion, Mel Mel is ready for you. I'm gonna give to spit bars. Yeah, yeah, you could. You got to see if you could use my stuff though. Crimson, I sent something in the Hangouts for you. I'm glad you came here. I sent something in the Hangouts for you, and let me know if you could use it. So if you could use it, then put it on your channel, edit it up, and you know, if you can't, then I'll figure out another way. Yeah, nah, I'm not old, but I'm not a spring chicken anymore either. Granny Vapes, I'm not as, I mean, I'm young and sexy to the older folks, but I'm old man to the younger ones. You know what I'm saying? They look at me like grandpa, which reminds me of a story one time. A quick story before I go. So I was in the Bronx, was going to work, and there was a guy that was up the steps, looked a little older than me. He was at the top of the steps, and I was helping a lady up the steps, out of the subway with her stroller. And shout out to 66. And as we're going up the steps, I helped the lady with the stroller. And the guy comes over to me who looks older than me, talking about, "Oh, you got this, pops. You all right?" I'm like, "Really? You calling me pops and you look older than me?" You know, could have got smacked up, but I got to go to work, so I didn't care. But yeah, shout out to 66. Yeah, cool, man. Yas Poet, shout out to Yas Poet, shout out to Kentucky. Very, very awesome dude, a lyrical spitter, a poet, a singer. Man got a voice, man. Got me a little jealous over there, man. So, you definitely check it out, man. There's a lot of beautiful people out there. Thank you, Amy. You be safe as well. New Year's in New York is this for those people that may be wondering what somebody like me or a lot of native New Yorkers may do in New York. What we normally do is we work, we go home. If we party, we stay within the neighborhoods. We don't really go to Times Square. Times Square, if you live in New York, as you've been around New York for a long time, you really don't go to Times Square because what they don't tell you about Times Square is that they have you in these cages or these sectioned off areas, right? And once you leave the area, you can't come back in. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to go to Times Square and then I want to run to Third Avenue or Fifth Avenue or whatever the case. That's not the case. It's like you go to a certain spot. Let's say the spot is right there by the bar, right? My encouragement to you, don't eat anything. drink some water, make sure you don't have to use the bathroom, try to get in a good spot, and be ready for the ball to drop. Once the ball drops, I tell you, keep it moving. Go find you a bathroom, go get some sleep, do whatever you got to do. There's a lot of commercializations and things that they hide on camera. When you look and the ball drops and they show from the aerial view, they don't show you the police. They don't show you the cages that people are in. They don't show you the security checkpoints. Take care, man. Take care, Yas Poet. They don't show you that. They don't tell you the whole thing about how when you go to Times Square, you can't have any backpacks. You can't have any suspicious looking packages and stuff like that. I mean, it's more secure there for New Year's Eve at Times Square than maybe any other time. You may go there, you could get tackled in the street for doing something stupid. So because it is a target. People don't talk about that. It's a terrorist target. So that happens as well. Kind of like it's better to watch football games at home, better to watch ball drop from home. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, if you're a native New Yorker or you're out of towner and you're seeing it for the first time, definitely. If you're Ryan Seacrest and you're watching it from, a secure location or a platform, or you're a performer, entertainer, or you're somebody making money out there, go ahead. There's Chinese folks out there, selling Chinese food, or people selling, giving out hats and people performing. If you're a performer or you're somebody in the public service industry or something like that, or restaurant business, it's a great time, because there's a lot of business out there, so if you're trying to sell something, if you're trying to advertise something, especially, for business or whatever recreational use people have. Maybe you're trying to push a mixtape. I don't know. People still do such a thing. But the thing with that goes, it's like it's not what people think it is on television. And this is coming from a native New Yorker. It's coming from somebody who works in Midtown. It's coming from somebody who knows cops in Midtown. It's not what you think it is. And on the flip side of that, anything very popular has a chance of an increase. It's hard just thought about it. That is true. That is true. I agree on that note. Anything that's popular on the flip side has a chance of being a target. Yeah, I mean, and that's what happens a lot of times with Times Square. People like to celebrate and stuff like that, but people forget that it is a terror target. Really, I mean, it is one of the largest terror targets in the world. On New Year's Eve, which people don't think about. But when that ball drop and everything goes off without a hitch, you don't realize that. When you don't really pan around and see the camera, sometimes you may see a gate or something here and there, and you may not know what you're looking at. But it's a lot of security checks. It's a lot of things that you'd have to be in New York to see, and I'm not going to tell you on camera because that's not fair to NYPD or anybody doing security stuff. There's a lot of different things that you don't see that I'm not going to get on the live stream and tell you. But believe me, there's a lot that goes into putting together the holiday situation and whatnot. A lot of things that I'm not really going to get into because, like I said, people need to be safe and stuff like that. And I don't think that's fair, to anybody out there doing their job for me to get on a live stream and put that out there. Did you get your skinny jeans for Christmas? That's funny. No, I did not. Yeah. I didn't get my skinny jeans, but I got some for you, girl. But anyway, nah, but let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop messing around before I get beat up somewhere. I don't want Scott King coming to get me. But yeah, yeah, yeah. If I don't hear from some of you, because I know we'll hear from a lot of you, be safe. Be healthy. Try to be happy as much as possible. Be grateful for life. Be grateful for the opportunities that we're afforded. I mean, especially if you come from a place where you could put food on the table and stuff like that. I tell people you're winning. I got a pack of skinny G strings for my guitar. It counts. Yeah. Yeah. No, G strings for your guitar. It counts as well. But it's all love. I just hope that people begin the year or end it off this year, on a high note. And if you don't end this year on a high note, that's cool too. But still keep pushing and striving beyond 2019. Push and strive. To do what you have to do and to put yourself in a better position than you were. Regardless of the day on the calendar. That's part of it too. But don't just do it just because it's a new year. Do it because each day is just a new opportunity. It's a chance to, get better. It's a chance to improve. And it's a struggle, it's a challenge. There's going to be some ups and downs. There's going to be some failures. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny, Scott King. That's funny. He got a guitar with the strings, And like I said, it's, it's definitely that. I keep forgetting the 60 minutes. It is an hour, but it's funny how they do it. It's funny how they do it. I've been on here for an hour already. Um, I don't know if there's anything else left to say. You know, I do appreciate you folks. That's what it is. I turn out the light, say spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. If anybody wants to speak to me, you know how to find me. Leave a message, and we'll go from there. All right, I'm tired now. All alive. Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year. Much love to you, Cheryl. Happy New Year. Much love to everybody else out there. It's late out there. Thank you for being up. Thank you to anybody that's up now. And yeah, I can't think of anything else. Who knows? I see you in the future. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. New Year's resolutions, no, but I guess that's something we have to talk about another time. Later.